I rearranged the shop and put this little post in here to reinforce that beam, even though the beam really didn't need it. But I decided, since I want to put flooring on out on this side, take out that ceiling and drop it and extend the second floor all the way across the building instead of just being a loft. So I put the beam in, and I decided to make it like a island for the tools. So you got the table saw and the bandsaw, which is kind of cluttered at the moment, and the planer. The problem is that my dust collection system is way over here, back in this little cubby, which I designed so that I could put a door on this cubby, and that would cut down on the noise in the shop. So now I'm having to run a hose out across the floor, and I hate that. But I can't put this big, very large dust collector system out here because it takes up too much space. So what I have done is collected up a bunch of stuff to make a small dust collector that will accommodate any one of these tools, because I only use them one at a time. I'm only one person. So the table saw actually isn't set up for dust collection, which is something I'm going to do. So I will do that once I have a dust collector. But I figure if I boost this I'm hitting stuff on the floor. Let's see here. If I boost this out a ways and put the dust collector right here in this space, then I can wire a switch to an outlet on here that just turns it on and off, and I can hit it for any one of the machines that it's hooked up to. And I'll only need a short piece of hose to be able to flip to each one of the machines. So I'm going to build a leaf vac Thein style dust collector. That's going to be both the chamber and the catch bin, I guess, dust bin. So without further ado, and since the dogs seem to think that I'm trying to show them something, oh, there's probably a golf ball under there. They love golf balls. Anyway, we're going to we're going to hack a leaf blower / vacuum into a dust collector. Alright, so stay tuned, here we go. So here it is, all hooked up. This hose has got a gate on it. The dust collector has two dust, or the, excuse me. This bandsaw has two dust ports, one up by the blade and one down the bottom. So this one hooks up to the one by the blade because it slips off a little bit, so I put a screw in it to hold it there. And then the bottom one, I can just pop on and it'll stay on its own. So when I'm using the dust collector, have both ports open and we're good to go. When I'm using either the planer or the table saw, and I can close that off, then just take this hose to the planer or the table saw. Ta-da! So yeah, I'm good with that. And so let me make a mess, because I was like, after I got everything hooked up, I was testing it, and I realized I cleaned up all the mess I could have cleaned up for the camera. So I'm going to make another mess, and then we'll clean that one up so you can see it work. And then we'll pop this off and show you what's inside. Alright, let's give this a shot. Looks like it works to me. Let's see how much of it went down and how much of it went to the bag. So here's another neat thing. When I want to empty it, all I have to do is lift this off and set it down like something into the bucket. Done deal. On that, as you can see in there, not a whole lot that I picked up, but you can see it in there. So, yep, it works. That will make a nice little addition to the shop. So I am going to have to make a short extension cord, since this has the shrouded plug on it. I'm going to have to make a short extension cord to go from here to this, so it'll be like a foot long, but that's okay. I can do that. I'm going to run it for now just using the dial on it here, or the switch that's on it, which happens to be a dial. And eventually I'll probably put a switch outlet over here to run into, that way I can flip it on from that side instead of having to walk over to this side and turn it on. But otherwise, yeah, that's handy. I also put a couple of blocks on the side of the bottom barrel to act as handles. When it's full, I can pick it up and carry it out to dump it. Yeah, well, as I use it, I'll let you guys know how it works out. The really cool part about this is that you can hit a button, take this off of here, and go use it as a blower still. Can't really use it as leaf vac unless I take all this apart. But I left this intact to where I could. Two screw holes in it really isn't going to affect its vacuuming power when used as a leaf vac. And the silicone I can actually cut, undo these screws like this, and just pull the whole thing out of there. So it'll do for now. Until I can get the ductwork to run across the ceiling and use my big dust collector again. But for now, rock on. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this hack was helpful to you. See you next time.